in this video right here, what I'm going to tell you is the #1 best funnel that every single coach and creator should be running for their business. I'm actually just kidding. I hate it when people say that because there is no one best funnel. There's a lot of funnels out there, right? You have BSL sales calls funnels, you have webinar funnels, you have low ticket funnels, you have group funnels, you have challenge funnels. There's so many different funnels out there. And a lot of people ask, like, what is the best funnel? Which one should I be running? And the answer I will tell you is just simply based on my experience, right? But I've been running ads for these types of businesses for the last 8 years. So I can tell you what I've seen work and what I haven't seen work. And I think the answer, there's a lot more nuance than what most people will say. There's a lot of gurus out there who want to tell you, like, no, this is the best funnel. You have to be running this type of funnel. This is the only type of funnel out there. And the answer is that's just not true, right? Depending on your business, your market, your skills, your resources, all of that stuff, where you're at in your business, that's going to play a huge role in what actually works for you. And so we're going to break some of that down in this video right here. So there are 4 funnels that I see working really well. If you are a coach, a consultant, if you are an expert who is selling like online courses, high ticket programs, stuff like that. Those 4 funnels are VSL sales call funnels, webinar funnels, low ticket offer funnels or self-liquidating offers, and then group funnels. Now I can really only speak to 3 of these because I've honestly just never ran any group funnels. I'm absolutely convinced that they definitely work. I'm just not a like go engage in a group every day kind of person. And what I've seen is like a dead group is worse than no group. And so I don't really have any experience with group funnels, but I have a lot of experience with the other 3 funnels. So that's what we're going to be breaking down right now. So about these 3 funnels, the first funnel we're going to talk about is the webinar funnel. And I will tell you, this is probably the funnel that most beginners reach out to me because they have set up a webinar funnel and they're trying to figure out what to do with it. Honestly, this is my least favorite funnel right now. The reason why is because there are so many experts out there who are telling people that they need to go create a webinar funnel and that webinar funnels are the best way to sell your stuff. And I will tell you, webinar funnels are extremely hard to get converting. So if you are brand new, if you don't have a lot of sales, if you don't have a lot of customers, if you don't have a lot of experience with webinars and selling, this is one of the things that I see all the time where people come to me because they set up a webinar funnel. Everything looks great. They did ClickFunnels and they got all the tech and they're using EverWebinar to do the countdown timer and all of that stuff. And the reality is no one signs up for their webinar, nobody shows up, and nobody buys. And the reason why is it takes a lot of work to keep someone's attention for an hour. Yes, if you can get a webinar funnel converting, it is amazing. And again, I'm not saying that they don't work. I definitely see webinar funnels working for some companies, but the companies that they work for typically have a big audience. They typically are really good at sales. They understand open loops. They understand how to keep people engaged for an entire hour, and they understand how to give out bonuses throughout the entire funnel to just keep enticing people to show up to the next step. That's not something that most people know how to do right out the gate. And so where I see this be really successful is for people who have big amounts of organic traffic and they send their organic traffic to webinars. This still works insanely well for a lot of people. But think about the context, right? You've got somebody who found you on YouTube or Instagram. They've been following you for a few weeks, a few months. And then once they've built up that relationship, they trust you. Then what they do is they sign up for your 1-hour webinar and then they go learn from you through that webinar. That still works 100% of the time. But where I see a lot of people trying to apply this is they have a brand new offer. They've never really talked to their customers. They don't know what's going to work. They set up a webinar and then the first thing they want to do is go run ads to that webinar. And the challenge you run into when you are running ads to a webinar is people just don't have any trust in you. So they don't really want to give you an entire hour of their time. And unless you are in a really unsophisticated market or you're just extremely good at this or you have something that's extremely in demand, which again, all conditions that could be met but are not met with your everyday offer, then it's really hard to get someone to show up to a 1-hour webinar straight off of an ad. So we're going to talk about 2 more funnels and then I'm going to explain exactly how you can pick which one of these is right for you. The second funnel is a low ticket offer or self-liquidating offer. These are really amazing and these are probably my favorite funnels for us to be running at the agency right now. We've got a couple that we are either launching or building and these have been awesome funnels to run. If you're not familiar with a self-liquidating offer, these are just basically when you are selling a low ticket product, probably something less than $100, and you're selling it straight off an ad. So you're driving people from an ad to a sales page and then they can buy. These typically have a whole sequence of order bumps and upsells in order to maximize your average order value. And then you are getting customers straight off of an ad. If you actually have no idea what I'm talking about, I've got a video where I can break it down for you right up here. So check out this video here in a little bit and that'll break down the entire self-liquidating offer for you. Now, self-liquidating offers are not for everybody. There are some challenges to getting a self-liquidating offer up and running. Kind of one of the big cons to this is there are a lot of moving pieces to a self-liquidating offer. You have to have a really good offer and then you have to set up the right sequence of order bumps and upsells in order to maximize your average order value. And you can imagine if you have 5 or 6 pages to be optimizing with a few, between your sales page, your order form, your order bump, your upsells, your downsells, all of this means means there's a lot to optimize. So if you have no idea what you're doing, that could be a lot of work for somebody who's on their own and doesn't have a lot of experience doing this. But if you can get it working, it is amazing because you can actually make all your money back on day one. We spend $1,000 in ads today, and at the end of the day, we have made more than $1,000 in ads in sales from our ads. So I'm actually way more comfortable going out tomorrow and spending another $1,000 because I've already made my cash back from yesterday. And then we are building our list with people who are already pulling out their credit card to learn from us. And then that is how we are booking sales calls with our sales team to sell high ticket offers. So these funnels are great. They work super well and they are really, really valuable assets to have, especially if you are trying to grow your business with paid ads. Now, the last funnel, the third funnel, a VSL sales call funnel. These are probably where we have the most experience because we've just been running the most of these the last couple of years. And these are really, really powerful funnels. This is where you simply just drive someone to a landing page. Then you have a short VSL. I've seen these as short as like 9 minutes. I've seen them as long as like 30 minutes, where you've got a video sales letter, a VSL. Then that is driving someone to fill out an application and get on the phone with your sales team. Now, these are probably the easiest funnels to get up and going and to get optimized. The reason why is because there's not a lot of moving pieces to a VSL sales call funnel. You're just getting someone to opt in to watch a short video, and instead of selling them on pulling out their credit card and buying something from you, you're just selling them on getting on the phone with you. And so that makes these way easier to get up and running. Where I see these most valuable is people who are just getting started. And we've got clients who are doing hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in sales using these very simple funnels. Also, one of the best parts about these, and I've talked about this before, you are getting instant feedback from your market every single day when you are running this type of funnel. So again, in contrast to a webinar funnel where you set up a webinar, you've got people going through it, but you're trying to get people to buy at the end of it. So people just fall off and you have no idea why. With a VSL sales call funnel, you are selling people to get on the phone with you. Then you are actually talking to real people who are going through your funnel. You're hearing about what are their challenges? What did they hear in your marketing that made them pique their interest and want to actually book a call with you? Who are these people? And then you can learn so much in those calls. And then every day as you are getting that feedback, you can use that information to build a better funnel. You can use that to improve your landing pages, to improve your VSL, to improve your email follow-up. You can use that to improve everything that you're doing because you are talking to your customers every single day. And so for that reason, these are probably one of the best funnels to get started with. Now, we've broken down these three funnels, right? We've broken down the webinar funnel, we broke down the low ticket offer funnel, and we broke down the VSL sales call funnel. And if you're asking like which one is the best for me, the answer is, again, it depends. The things you need to consider is where are you getting your traffic from? How much of an audience do you already have right now? Do you have more time than money? And then what are the skills and resources you have in your business? If you have more money than time and you have a big organic audience, a webinar funnel could be the thing to look at. If you're selling an offer that's like less than $2,000, that could be a good choice. If you're trying to sell through paid ads, the only two funnels I would really be considering is either a VSL sales call funnel or a low ticket offer funnel. Now, depending on your resources and what you have available, that's how I would decide which one of these would I go into. If you're just getting started, you're on your own, you're trying to sell something high ticket and you have more money than time, you could look at hiring the right people to help you set up a low ticket offer funnel and then ascend those people into a high ticket offer. If you have more time than money, you could look at setting up a sales call funnel, and then you could actually book appointments with people who are in your target audience. You could talk to them every day. You could sell them over the phone. You will learn so much over a couple of weeks running one of those funnels. And then you can definitely get your business to doing 20, 30K a month just using one of these VSL sales call funnels. The point is, don't listen to anyone who tells you there's just one type of funnel you should be running or one thing that you should be doing. And if you are hearing that, or you're trying to evaluate someone that is telling you what type of funnel to be running, because that's worked really well for them, look at where are they getting their traffic from? What market are they in? How sophisticated is that market? And how sophisticated is their team and their marketing? Because all of that will change so much what you should be doing with your time. If you're trying to run an offer in like real estate investing and you're trying to run it to paid ads, you're going to use a very different funnel than someone who has a giant YouTube channel and is teaching people how to learn how to play guitar or something like that. So hopefully you found this helpful. Every funnel serves its purpose. And I can tell you the biggest businesses that I've ever worked with that I've broken down do not just have one funnel. They have multiple funnels and they've gone through tons of these to figure out what's going to work for them. So hopefully this helps you, give you an idea of how you can use to decide which one could be best for you. And it can give you a framework to kind of evaluate what you're seeing out there in the market. Now, if you want to see a breakdown of these funnels, I've actually got a video that I just did right over here where I break down step by step, probably the highest converting funnel that we've seen at our agency right now. And I'll show you the insides, how it works, how it's set up, all of that stuff. So check out this video right here and I'll see you over there.